answer properly.
是是是。
Oh my god. Hey, look at this.
I can't believe this. How could he do that? Violence is never acceptable. I'm done with him.
Wait, you don't even know the truth. He is under pressure all the time. Maybe the staff did something wrong first.
Is there an excuse for violence? Our support made him famous. We deserve better.
He's human too. Don't we all make mistakes? I think he deserves a second chance.
If we keep forgiving everything, nothing will change.
No,
I disagree with you,
I don't think so.
I disagree with you.
Enough. This is not about me or him anymore. It's about you. Who you choose to support, that's your choice. Just be ready to live with it.
Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about fandom culture. Fandom is now a space where people discover themselves, express their identity, and connect with others who share similar passions. It shapes how we see ourselves, what we value, and how we interact with the world. But fandom also raises big questions. First, can fandom culture genuinely offer personal fulfillment? Second, at what point does admiration turn into blind loyalty or modern-day worship? Third, is intense devotion to a fan community a healthy way to build one's identity, or can it sometimes be a harmful distraction? Fourth, what are the ethical implications of idolizing public figures who make mistakes or cause harm? And lastly, how does social media amplify these effects, and what are its philosophical and ethical consequences? To guide these, we set 5 key objectives. We aim to explore how fandom influences beliefs and identity. Identity, where the line is between admiration and obsession. Apply philosophical theories to understand fan behavior. Evaluate the ethics of supporting controversial celebrities, and analyze the role of social media in shaping fan culture.
Have you ever wondered what are we really chasing when we stay up to both an idol matrix? According to the latest data, the global fan economy surpassed 120 billion in 2024. The K-pop music streaming alone exceeding 40 billion plays annually. This shift from sharing in the audience to battling in the digital era hides the deepest philosophical puzzles of the digital age. Act 1. Social media acts like a magic microscope, magnifying fan behavior into 3 spectacles, from lonely standing to transnational data factories. 78% of K-pop fans regularly engage in organized data voting campaigns and living as digital mercenaries for their idols. From appreciating works to stalking private lives, stalkers use GPS to track idols' schedules, turning admiration into 24/7 live stream. Ethical disaster. Act 3. From rational consumption to ritualistic profligacy, fans of talent show poured away 270,000 bottles of milk to vote, causing an economic loss of about $1.2 million. Act 2. The photo trial of philosophical paradox. 3 hard truths like this. First, the trap of false fulfillment. We think we solve the puzzle of who and I, so idols, but we are actually locked in a cage of the collective unconsciousness. Manchester City fans cheering for Middle Eastern capital, Hollywood fans whitewashing scandal-ridden idols, the alienation of secular religion. Child starving and common control have become new rituals of worship. South Asia's training system turns fans into god of idols, and when admiration shifts from appreciating art to demonstrating others, critical thinking is wiped clean. 52% of transnational fans support separating art from morality. Disney industrialized idols into IP, and even virtual boyfriend, burdening fans with original theme of emotional exploration. When technology turns human emotions into comfortable data streams, we urgently need to rebuild balance. As existentialism reminds us, true self-actualization isn't submitting to idol myths, but maintaining clear judgment in our patience. This concerns not only the health of fan culture, but also whether digital civilization can preserve human worth. After all, more important than voting for idol is casting a vote for our rational soul. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Yongfeng. Some people think being a fan is just for fun, watching show, buying merch, following idols. But what if I told you, fandom can actually help you find who you are? There's a powerful idea by the philosopher Sartre, existence precedes essence. We are not born with a purpose, we create it through our choice, our action, our passion. It's like Minecraft. You start with nothing, no rules, no goal. You build your work, you build yourself. Today, many people feel lost. No strong religion, no deep tradition. So they turn to fandom. And that's not a bad thing. Choosing to be a fan is choosing what kind of person you want to be. Take Haikyuu for example. Fans love Hinata because he never give up. He's small but he jump higher than everyone. And people say, I want to try harder too. Some even start playing volleyball. That's not just watching a show, that's changing your life. But that's a danger too. If you follow an idol blindly, support them no matter what, then you are not thinking for yourself. Fandom is not about escaping, it's about growing. So yes, fandom can give us meaning, but only if we use it to become more of who we are, no less. So don't just follow, choose, build, and grow. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, I am Muhammad Hamza Sharif, and today I want to talk about the difference between admiring someone and blindly following them. Now, in the world of fandom, be it sports, music, or even politics, people tend to be very passionate. We admire our heroes, we cheer for them, we wear a jersey. But what happens when admiration turns into obsession? Now that's where virtue ethics comes in. The famous philosopher Aristotle said that to live ethically, we need to grow positive traits like loyalty, courage, and humility. But we need balance. This idea of balance is what Aristotle famously called the golden mean, a principle at the heart of virtue ethics. He believed it leads to eudaimonia, a truly flourishing life. When none of these traits go too far, they stop being virtues and instead become vices. Take Max Verstappen, the 4-time Formula 1 world champion in the 2025 Spanish Grand Prix. He lost his temper after losing his position and he deliberately crashed into another driver. This earned him a 10-second race penalty. But what's more telling is how his fan base reacted. Instead of holding him accountable, many rushed to defend him, saying that it was just in the heat of the moment, or some of them even blamed the team. Now this is where admiration turns into blind loyalty. When people ignore facts and ethical lines so as to protect their idols. That is exactly what Aristotle warned us about. Or UFC 229, when Conor McGregor insulted Khabib's religion, family, and culture during the build-up for the fight. Still, many praise Conor McGregor, saying that it was just a hype or a strategy. That is not loyalty, that is excuse-making. Same with Michael Schumacher in 1994, when he collided with Damon Hill in a title-deciding race. Some fans called it genius racing, even though it was clearly unethical. Now, what this example shows us is that admiration is only good when it stays balanced. A true fan isn't someone who defends everything that his or her hero does. A true fan is someone who defends what is right, even if that means calling out his or her own hero. Now, virtue ethics teaches us that the best kind of loyalty is honesty. It takes courage not to just support someone, but to speak the truth when they are in the wrong. That is how we stay loyal, not blindly, but wisely. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Today, I would like to explore a topic that's becoming more relevant in recent years, which is the ethical implications of idolizing flawed celebrities. In the age of social media and global entertainment, celebrities are more than performers. They are cultural icons who often shape our views on identity, morality, and success. Fans can form deep emotional connections with public figures through music, books, and fun. But what happened when these figures are involved in serious controversies like hate speech, abuse, or harmful public statements? Should we still support and celebrate their work? This question brings us to a moral crossroads between personal enjoyment and social responsibility. To better understand this, we can look at two major ethical approaches, which are utilitarianism and deontology. Utilitarianism asks us to consider consequences. Is the action producing more good than harm? Take Michael Jackson as an example. His music has inspired and converted millions across generations. A utilitarian might argue that because he was never convicted of the sexual child abuse allegations against him and his work continues to bring joy, it's morally acceptable to still listen to his music. Similarly, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series has improved literacy and built a sense of belonging for readers worldwide. From a utilitarian view, the positive cultural impact of her writing might outweigh the harm of her controversial comments on gender if those are viewed as personal opinions and not public policy. But this approach has its limits. Critics argue that continuing to support these figures might unintentionally normalize or excuse harmful behavior. In Kanye West's case, his anti-Semitic remarks and promotion of by spreading hate and misinformation outweighs the benefits of his past contributions, meaning fans should withdraw their support. The ontology, on the other hand, is about principle. It says that some actions are right or wrong regardless of their outcomes. And the ontologists would argue that supporting someone who violates basic moral duties like fairness, respect, or human dignity is wrong even if their art has value. So, in the case of Michael Jackson, J.K. Rowling, the ontology might say that consuming their work still sends a message that we are willing to overlook serious ethical concerns. And in Kanye West's case, continuing to support him while knowing his views are discriminatory would go against our duty to stand for justice and equality. In conclusion, this issue highlights a deeper tension between personal value and public ethics. Whether we choose to continue supporting flawed celebrities isn't just a matter of taste, it reflects the kind of society we are hoping to shape. Are we willing to separate the art from the artist, or do we believe that integrity and accountability must come first? That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Isha. Let me ask you a question. When you spend hours following an idol, memorizing quotes from your favorite show, or joining fun debates online, are you really expressing yourself, or just escaping reality? Fandom feels great. It gives us a place to belong, a way to say, this is who I am. But sometimes, when devotion gets too intense, it becomes harder to tell the difference between identity and escape. The philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre talks about something called bad faith. That's when people avoid responsibility by hiding behind the rules, instead of making choices for themselves. And you know what? That can happen in fan culture too. When people define their entire life around a celebrity or a functional word, they may be avoiding the harder questions in their own life. But that doesn't mean fandom is bad. Not at all. It can inspire us. Look at BTS fans who organize charity events, or anime phase fans who learn Japanese to better connect with a culture they love. These fans are not escaping. They are building, creating, and growing. That's healthy devotion. The problem begins when people refuse to face their real issues, like stress, failure, or loneliness, and instead hide in fantasy. For example, if someone is feeling lost and they say, I'm okay, my idol gives me strength, that's fine for a while. But if they start avoiding school, ignoring their family, or rejecting real relationship just to live in that fantasy, that's not expression, that's distraction. So what is difference? It comes down to awareness. Are you choosing fandom to add meaning to your life, or using it to avoid it? In the end, intense fan devotion can be meaningful if it is based on self-awareness and choice. But if it becomes a shelter from the real world, it's time to pause and reflect. Don't just live in fantasy. Use it to build something real. Thank you for your listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine. Today I will talk about the role of social media in modern fans culture and the ethical concerns that come with it. In the digital age, social media has completely changed how fans connect with each other and with the content they love. Platforms like Twitter, now called X, TikTok, and Reddit let fans share emotion instantly, build communities, and even influence the success of their favorite artists. Hashtag trends, fans edit go viral, and may support or criticism, which can spread within minutes. But while these platforms bring fans closer together, they also come with risks. The same algorithms that promote engagement often reward emotionally charged or even harmful behavior. These include things like cancel culture, cyberbullying, and toxic gatekeeping, where fans attack or excluded others over different opinion or level of loyalty. From a philosophical view, we can look at these three ethical perspectives. Utilitarianism focuses on the outcome. If a fan campaign causes more harm than good, when fans toxic or harass someone just to protect a celebrity image and the action becomes morally wrong, even if the intention was loyalty. The second is virtual ethics, focus on the kind of qualities displayed in online fans' behavior. Toxic action like harassment, exclusion, and obsessive attacks reflect a lack of empathy, respect, and fairness. For instance, when a journalist faces hateful message and personal threat after expressing my opinion on a K-pop star fashion, it reveals a serious lack of civility within part of fandom. This example highlights how some fans communities can lose sight of positive value and instead promote hostility and aggression. Lastly, deontology reminds us that we all have basic moral duties such as respecting others' privacy and behaving responsibly online. Just because someone disagrees with you, but does not mean they deserve to be attacked. In conclusion, while social media empower fans in incredible ways, it also demands responsibility. If we want fans communities to grow a healthy ways, both user and platform must work to promote ethical, inclusive, and respectful online place.
In conclusion, fandom has the power to bring joy, community, and creativity, but only if we engage with it mindfully. It can help us grow, or it can push us toward obsession and blind loyalty. By the end of this discussion, we hope to encourage everyone to reflect on their own fandoms. What draws you in? How do you respond when someone you admire falls short of your values?